Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am gonna be doing a cook and clean with me video. You guys seem to enjoy this video a lot. I always have fun when I'm cooking these. If you hear my kids in the background, they are home and I'm recording this on a late evening. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the cooking and I'm gonna be carrying you guys along. So this is called ewa going. I think it's originally from Togo, and like Togolese people, I think it's one of the traditional food, and we adopt this in Nigeria and we love it. So I'm gonna be cooking this. First, I will usually start my dinner, of course, in the kitchen, but putting away all the stuff that we washed this morning. They're completely dry. I usually create space for myself in the kitchen every time I'm cooking dinner. If you're new to my channel, my name is Abby. I'm a mom of four beautiful kids. I have a 19-year-old, 14, 6, and 4. So I'm gonna be getting my beans. I stepped on my dining chair because that's the only thing I can step on to like lift me up right now. I'm wearing my shoes in the kitchen. This one is a insole shoes. It's actually a special shoe for me. It just helps me with my back. There's insole in there to help me with like, you know, standing a lot because I'm gonna be standing for a while. I'm gonna add the amount of beans that I want to cook in the water, and I'm gonna be cooking this for until it's actually really soft. So you can notice that I'm not rinsing my beans because I cooked it for the first time for about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna drain the water and then put another water into it. That one is the one that I'm gonna use to actually cook it down. So I'm actually gonna be getting my peppers now. I'm using the red pepper, but this one's are the one that are dehydrated. They're really dry. And I get the red peppers and the other one, I think it's called the Kenyan pepper. I'm not sure, but like we call it atabibe. I'm gonna be using some dried tilapia fish too. This is optional. You don't have to use fish if you don't want to. I'm gonna be adding some water into this pepper, and some people will soak this overnight, but I'm gonna put mine in the microwave and just set it up for about 5 minutes in there. I'm gonna be breaking down the fish so I can add some water to it. It can soak because it's also really dry. Some people will put it in microwave, but I don't have to because I'm gonna be cooking it down with the stew. So after the beans is cooked for about 30 minutes, I drained out the water and I actually changed the pot because this pot that I was using is too small. I'm gonna add the water that I know that it's gonna cook down the beans. I always like to wash as I go just because it won't be too much for my son when he's cleaning the dishes at nighttime. So that's why you're gonna see me washing the dishes and the pot as I go because I don't want it to be piled up for him. I'm gonna be blending the pepper. I'm gonna use one whole onions in the blender and I'm gonna be dicing the other one later. So I'm gonna cut down the onions in the blender and then put my peppers. As you can see, I'm not using any tomatoes because it's not gonna be too spicy by the time you finish cooking it down. I'm gonna leave a little bit of the pepper on the side so I can add it in the stew later. It's just part of the cooking, the part of the recipe. I'm gonna add a little bit of water in the blender. This is what I'm gonna be using to blend it down. So the leftover onions that I told you I'm gonna be chopping later, this is the time I'm gonna be dicing it. Some people dice it like fine, some people you can dice it the way you want it. I'm gonna be dicing it just like medium sized dicing. It doesn't really matter how you cut it. So now my beans is completely cooked. I am going to be adding the plantain, actually not banana, the plantain inside of it. I'm going to be cutting it in chunks because I don't really want it to be mashed together all the way. So I'm cutting my plantain in there. Plantain doesn't take too long to cook down, so that's why I waited for the beans to cook down. So I'm going to be cutting all of the ones that I need. I used about 4 plantain, and I'm just going to cover it to cook a little bit inside the beans, and I will be mashing it. I'm gonna add some palm oil in the pot. I'm not adding too much. I'm just gonna bleach that for a little bit. I'm gonna bleach it out for a little bit. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I said that. And I'm gonna be adding my onions in it. And I'm gonna fry the onion until it's completely about golden brown, almost black but not black, just because we want the onions to release all its flavor in the oil. So my beans and the plantain is ready, but I want to mash it. I really want it to be more mashed together. So now my onions is completely fried the way I want it. I'm gonna be adding my blended pepper in it. Some people like to use a lot of oil and vegetable oil together. I don't like too much of palm oil because I just feel like oil is not too good for you. So anyway, I added a little bit of water in the blender to like rinse the blender out, and I'm gonna mix this together. And I'm gonna let it cook. So after it cooked for a little bit, I'm gonna be adding the little pepper that I showed you guys earlier. I'm gonna add some fish into it too, the smoked fish that I showed you earlier, and also gonna be adding some crayfish, the blended crayfish in it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water because the stew was burning, and I'm gonna be adding the spices. Here I'm using the chicken broth powder, and I'm gonna be using a little bit of salt. Some people will add black peppers in it. No, I didn't add black peppers because it's already really spicy. So I added a little bit of salt as well, and I just mix it together, and I'm gonna cover it for about 3 to 5 more minutes to steam, and it will be completely ready. I got really hot. Even though it's winter, my kitchen can be really hot. I always have my water on the side to drink. Anyway, so it's completely ready. As you can see, it's looking really stewy. And as I told you guys earlier, that I'm not going to be adding too much of palm oil. This is how I like my stew. I don't like it too oily. So this is where the cleaning part comes in. I'm going to be cleaning the dishes and cleaning the floor and tidy everywhere up. I'm not going to be talking while I'm doing the cleaning because it's pretty straightforward. I like cleaning the stove when it's really hot. I know it sounds like what, because that's when you actually get everything out very well. Like when it's hot and you wipe your stove, all this stool just comes up easily. I will not wipe it with my hand. Obviously, I'm gonna be using tongs to hold the towel and just give it a really good wipe. This dinner took me about 2 hours with the clan and cook with me and everything. My mission is to like get everything done before the kids get home, and I did, which was amazing. So now I'm gonna mop the floor. I'm gonna spray mop the floor. I use the violator spray mop, and I usually had Mr. Clean into this. We mop the kitchen floor every night, not only the kitchen floor, as well as the living room area. We mop this every night. So this spray mop usually lasts us for about a week or less than. So anyway, I'm gonna be spraying the floor and cleaning. As you can see, my floor looks really clean just because we clean this every night. It's like we have to do it every night because the kitchen get really dirty and messy. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna get in the living room and straighten up the living room a little bit. It's not really dirty here because my husband tidied up before he went to school, and by the time I go back from work, it's still really tidy up because no kids are home. So I just straighten it up. I'm not gonna vacuum or anything. It's pretty clean in there. I'm just gonna give the dining table a really good wipe down, and yeah, that's all about it for the cleaning. So just showing you guys what it looks like after I finish cooking. This is the beans and the plantain cooked, mashed together, and this is the stew to go with it. And that's pretty much everything. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please, if you do, don't forget to subscribe. It will mean absolutely everything to me. Follow me on social media. And yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video. And God bless you guys. Bye.